Yo, what'd he say? What it do, man? It's your boy ELOOO, and y'all already know we here on another episode of Sip This Coffee with your boy ELOOO, where we talk about sports, life, and teaching these young men how to be a man. That's all we can do, man. That's my goal out here, to continue to set forth the path. Years ago, I got it probably noted in my phone on when I wrote the note, but I know it was almost 10 or better years ago when my son was just an infant or so. And I remember writing, I was listening to T.D. Jakes one day, and he said, Trailblazers, you need to go and buy you a machete. He said, Trailblazers, you need to go and buy you a machete. If you don't know what a trailblazer is, that's the person that go forth in front of everybody in the middle of the wilderness, in the dark woods and everything. And it ain't no path set yet, but they got their machete. Swing it through that bed, huh? Hold on. What that new dance y'all be doing? What y'all be? You better trailblaze like that, homeboy. Get the blade out and slice something up, because that's what we got to do out here, and that's what I am. I'm a trailblazer. So I go forth in the wilderness, in the darkness, before everybody else get their chance to come through the path and be like, oh, this is a nice path. It's only nice because of the trailblazer that went ahead of before you and did the things that needed to be done. With that said, off of that note of faith-based knowledge, I got something else for you. So this season, of course, y'all know we was coaching football. So shout out to Coach Van and the whole coaching staff. We was doing things. Shout out to Coach Bimmery, because he always kept it set up where the football team could come to church. And when the football team went to church, we always got a good word from Pastor Shazier. Shout out Pastor Shazier. Him and his wife actually was the pastors that me and my wife went to do our marital counseling. You got to have marital counseling and all that stuff before you get married. I know y'all don't know all these rules, because half y'all ain't married, but it's cool. But when you need to do that, go see Pastor Shazier or somebody. I'm telling you, they was good. They was great. And it's great to go back to their church and hear them still giving the good word in the proper ways. Storytelling is on another level, and the way that he correlate the Bible to it is amazing. So, yeah, with that being said, this where we was at when we took the football team to church, though. This here is so profound and powerful that I'm just gonna say it, and I'm gonna let y'all linger into your mind, and then we'll go forward from there with the show. It was Proverbs 18:21, and he was speaking on what he said was the capacity of the tongue. Some inspire your life, some expire your life with their words. The consequences of the tongue. You have to control your internal dialogue. How do we process that one now? How we process that one now? There's so many ways to process that one that he broke down, because I mean, the most profound thing, some inspire your life, some expire your life with their words. So last week when we came on, we did the DM questions. I told y'all that one of my good buddies, he had done asked me to speak on how some parents lead their kid astray. Some parents allow them kids to do so much that they lead their kid astray. And to me, it goes back to what this was said right here in Proverbs, where it say, some inspire your life, some expire your life with their words. Your tongue has the power to give life or take life. So being cautious on what you're saying to these young folks is very important. Like, this year we had a situation where we had to keep on consistently working. Tough coaching is one thing, but belittling somebody is another thing. And that's something that we was working on with the coaching staff, making sure that we ain't belittling the kids. But if you ain't doing it right, you ain't doing it right. There's two different things. Constructive criticism. Me telling you that you ain't doing it right is not me belittling you. But if I'm calling you dumb, stupid, and all these other kind of names, you just can't get right and all this stuff like this here, that's me belittling you. That's me not understanding that the development process. And it's not just in coaching, it's in parenting, it's in friendship, it's in partnership, it's in brotherhood, it's in sisterhood, it's in everything, where you have to control your tongue, because your tongue can be led by emotion. If your tongue is led by emotion, I can tell you what you're doing. You is expiring a life. You're not inspiring a life. You expiring a life when you work off emotions, because emotions isn't controlled. Emotions is just, I got a feeling. Like this morning, I was up doing my workout. My mind was just running. I got to doing my workout. That emotional thought that was in my brain went away. And here I am with y'all on this episode, sipping this coffee, talking to y'all about some good stuff that y'all really need to hear. Yes, man, that's what we on, man. So when I put these out, I try to talk to the community, in which I'm hoping that y'all sharing and liking and all that good stuff. But most of the part, I hope y'all sharing it with somebody who really need to hear it. In which y'all do be sharing, y'all do be liking. Shout out to everybody who done left DMs for DM question segment. You know, we do that later on in the week because these are the type of conversations that's needed in the community if we really gonna grow to where we trying to grow. This past weekend, we had a situation happen with football that in which our community, I guess, got a little wake up call and saying we could do this in Fort Pierce. Yeah, that's if we start having the dialogues and conversations that put the proper people in the proper place to make these things happen, because our community definitely got some cleaning up and growing up to do. So, hey, with that being said, how can you find the proper people to put in the proper position? You got to look for certain qualities. You got to look for men that possess certain qualities that the community is lacking. These the notes that I wrote down for the day when I was working out. Most men can't take accountability. Most men don't want the blame placed on them. But as a man, everything on us. So let's go back to it. Most men can't take accountability. That's why we can't get the proper men to stand up in the proper place, because a lot of these jokers scared to be the bad guy. A lot of these jokers scared for everything to fall on their shoulders. But as a man, that's what we out here for. When you become a man, you the head of your household. You the protector and provider for your kids and your wife and anybody else that's up under your roof. You know, when you out in public, you the main authority that set forth the safety of everybody around you. So how are we scared to accept accountability? A lot of cats run from it. A lot of these dudes running from accountability. A lot of these dudes got kids that they ain't even in the paint with to even be around. They're not even around their kids to even be the safety valve for their kid. And them the people who we here talking about and people who we talking to. And then we also talking to the ones that's in those positions, in those roles, standing up, taking accountability, being the man that they is. What I'm saying to you is, don't break, brother. Don't break, brother. Keep doing your thing. Keep stepping, Joe. You heard me? Keep stepping. Is it easy? No. They had the weight of the world on you, but that's why we get up at 5 a.m. and put our work in and get our mind right before anybody else get to moving in the household. Why? Everything sits on our shoulders, and guess what? It ain't no bad thing, bro. When we was growing up, all of us watched, what they say, With Our Powers Combined, Captain Planet, mother lover. We started off watching Captain Planet. Captain Planet used to show up with the red suit on, fly off in there and get everybody to put their motherfucking rings together. Then the Power Rangers took over putting the rings together. Man, we grew up behind superheroes, bro. That was our idols when we was growing up. Superheroes, not these rap cats. We were looking Thundercats and all them boys showing up, stopping crime, showing up, stopping the bull jive that's going on. Man, we the new superheroes, god dang it. Huh? I'm Captain Planet, god dog it. What you say? How you say it? And when you say it? You better listen then. Yeah. This your boy ELOOO, man. We rocking and stopping this thing on the way it's supposed to be, like I told you, man. Hey, let's go back to it. If you a man that's standing in the paint, if you a man taking care of them kids, taking care of that family, doing the best you can out here on earth, brother, paying them bills, doing everything, you're showing up to work, showing up the workouts, everything, bro, keep stepping. Hey, what my man Tony Montana said, you need people like us, man. Y'all need people like us. People who gonna stand up in the line of duty at the proper time and do what need to be done. Them men. We don't need no more cowards out here, bro. We don't need no more cowards out here making excuses to why they didn't do what they were supposed to be doing. We don't need no more cowards out here creating babies and ain't taking care of. We got plenty of them. Hey, let me tell you this here. My pops ain't raised me. My pops is up the road my whole life. I used to get phone calls and they say, you have a collect call from a prison. You know what I'm saying? They tell you calling from a prison. My mama hit the button and accept that bit and just call me in there. She ain't saying no words on that mother level. When I get on the phone, my daddy used to say the same thing from the prison cell every single time. The one thing that I can say this man taught me is real life. He said, Junior, let me tell you something. You make your bed hard, you got to lay in it. You make your bed hard, you got to lay in it. You take your ass out here and you randomly create 5, 6 kids. You better take care of them motherfucking kids, homeboy. You go out here and you start making dumb behind decisions in which them people looking for you, trying to give you a whole bunch of time. You got to go lay down. What you talking about? What you think, you going to run for life? You can't run for life, bro. There ain't no destination that you going to get to and then be like, oh, I'll forget about all that over there in America. No people waiting for you to show up. I just seen a cat get arrested from a crime he committed 20 years ago. They just now arrested him because he been in Belize or something like that there for the last 20 years. He jumped ship. He ran. But guess what? 20 years later, that charge still waiting on his wrong. We men, man, we standing up, man. We confronting everything that need to be confronted. Chest out, chin up, man. You heard me? Ain't no laying down. I get passionate about when I'm talking about this here because my lover don't understand the transformation that I went through. Man, I used to be a bum. I used to think that I could come up with any excuse and all this type of stuff here, but I used to really try that stuff. Then I realized the only thing you can do in this world is be a stand-up man, brother. And I thank God everything that I went through, I did it in a young age. I ain't saying that I ain't still going through stuff. It's still learning. It's still evolving because that'll never stop. If you steady out here in your everyday world, in the everyday motion, I guarantee you, you're going to continue to learn. You're going to continue to see things that you never saw before. You're going to continue to understand things that you never thought that you would understand. When you're young, I thought it is 21 and under. This is why kids 21 and under can't get a life sentence in prison. Your frontal lobe isn't developed all the way properly. So the thoughts that you think that you having, the stuff that you think that you know, yeah, it ain't the same quality, bro. It ain't the same quality. Your brain is a little distorted when you're young. So listening, learning. The old head used to say to me, look, listen, and learn. If God wanted you to talk more than he wanted you to listen, he would have gave you 2 mouths instead of 2 ears. Shout out Mike Jones, man. I don't know where you at, Marlo, boy. I ain't seen you in a minute, boy, but I tell you this here. Every day of my life, I salute you. My son big now. My daughter getting big now. I salute you, brother. Those words and encouragement that you gave me, Nino Brown. I pray that you find freedom one day, brother. The words and encouragement that y'all gave me back then is the same stuff that I'm on these podcasts spewing out today. With a little bit more knowledge behind it because I'm living what y'all said was to be lived. My mama, shout out my mama. Got dog, shout out my granddaddy. Shout out all my big cousins, my uncles now. I learned from everybody around me, bro. It's called look, listen, and learn. It don't require no talking. Sit back and look. The other week when I came on here, I asked y'all, I said, who do these young men look up to? That was the first thing you got to learn, who they look up to and what they looking up to. Like, you telling these kids, you know, don't be out here doing random craziness, but they could be looking up to the most cowardice dude in the world that only do crazy stuff. That's the first thing we got to learn, man. Who you looking up to? Who you learning from? Leadership, guidance. We want to keep saying words that's in the Webster? Well, check me out. I'm going to read my another quote. Like I said, I ain't going to go and freestyle all the way out through y'all. I'm going to keep reading my notes like I told y'all, man. Check me out. Check this out. What crazy mother lover walking this earth, man enough to say, is on me? Good or bad, is on me. Right now, okay, let's go back to what I was talking about the other day with the situation with the Vero football team. The most upstanding thing I've seen, ain't near one of them coaches came out with no bull jive excuse. Ain't near one of them coaches came out with no bull jive excuse. They played football. And what they say, we played football. We gave it all we had. You know, we made the decisions that we made, and we fell down on it. Man, I love a mother. I love a grown man that can fall on his sword. Bitch, we dying on the sword, my lover. If I said it, I meant it. Huh? We on 10 about it. Yeah. And that's how we need more of that in the community, bro. We need more stand-up jokers. Hey, what is what it is, and it can't be what it ain't. All these cliche signs, all these cliche sayings that people be like, man, I done heard this stuff before. Hold on, pause. Son, have a great day. Make sure you check it with your teachers. Make sure everything on 10-4, all right? Love you. Yes, sir. Like I told y'all, every day when y'all see me on here, it's live action. I get up and do this in the morning time when the family getting ready to go. Son headed to school, daughter headed to school, I'm headed to work, they headed to work. Yeah, we living life, Jack. Ain't no halfway in between sideway business going on here. We really in the paint. Let me tell you this. Some people say life can get boring. Life can get boring, you're right. And when it get boring, you better enjoy it then. Because in them settled moments, those are the most precious moments in life. Because life can turn up or go down at any moment. Life can turn up or go down at any moment. You heard me? You see, but turning up and going down, I got to say that a little different because, you know, what y'all just say, it's going down, maybe in the it's go. So that turning up to me still, yeah, but it is what it is. Yeah, we on something new. I ain't going to be here long. What I tell you, we ain't here for a long time. We here for a good time, though, man. It's your boy, ELOOO. We on Sip This Coffee this morning. I do got some episodes coming up. I got some people who we done tapped in together. Man, I promise y'all, we just getting the juices flowing again. We just getting back in motion, bro. Y'all already know how much I was on here. Y'all already know how much we was pushing and kicking this stuff to y'all before the football season. Before I was put into a position of leadership in the role of the community, I was on this thing every day. But the moment that I was put into position of leadership and put into a role in which I needed to be fully focused, oh, y'all didn't see me for 3 months. I locked in, bro. And get what? You don't even understand, nobody understand the level of locking in that's about to happen. That was something precious, but that was only the first time. You don't let Earl D get multiple times of learning something and keep going, because it only gets better from there, and it's only better if you on my side. You heard me? It's only better if you on my side. Let's go to another aspect. Let's ask from childhood on up. You can ask my mama this. You can go ask my grandma this. You heard me? They'll tell you the same stories. Ain't nobody whooping Earl twice. Ain't nobody whooping Earl twice, bro. And ain't too many gonna say that they whooped me once. Cause I'm gonna study this thing different, man. I'm gonna perform. Most people don't even much like getting hit. I used to say I'm a contact junkie. You heard me? A contact junkie. Our kickoff team was called the Retard Squad. It may sound funny, but boy, you better understand what type of things had to happen to get those type of names, boy. Yeah, we kicking and we rocking, man. Hey, and we ain't stopping, man. We back to it, man. We telling the kid, man, just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. We telling all the grown men out there that's literally trying your best out here on earth, bro. Keep pushing, bro. Every single day, keep your foot on your own neck. Forget everybody else. We ain't worried about what the next person got going on, man. We don't care what the next person got going on. What you need to do, you need to write down your goals. Go back to school. That 131 web. You remember your teacher used to make you write the topic in the middle, put the little legs on the web. Then you got to elaborate in that web, and then you elaborate from that web. Do the same thing with your life, Jack. Do the same thing with your life. Write down what we trying to get to. Write down what we looking for in life. Write down how we trying to get to it. Now, that's something I can promise you gonna change. You can write down 10 steps how to perfectly perfect something. Well, Newton's law, all those type of things. Then the law of life. In between them 10 steps, something's going to alter. Something's going to change on how you, but that doesn't stop you, or that shouldn't stop you from getting to that ultimate 10th goal. No matter what happens between 1 and 3, what happens between 4 and 7, what happens between 7 and 9, it don't matter. You still got to make it to 10. I love this, man. I love it, man. I'm for real, man. Like I told y'all, I ain't kicking it too long today. I just came on here. I swear, every time I say that, I look at the clock and we at 20 minutes. One more bulletin for y'all, and we're going to go ahead and let y'all start y'all day, man. Because like I said, we're going to keep this thing rolling and rocking. No, that was the right section. The consequences of the tongue. The consequences of the tongue. That's back to the Pastor Shaziel message. The consequences of the tongue. You get mad and you out here, man, forget all this. I don't want to do this no more, this and that. Next thing you know, you done messed your ankle up, your knee up. And now you can't do it no more because you let your emotions speak out your mind. And now the universe done adhere to what you said. Be careful what you say, young brother. Be careful what you say, grown man. There's some grown men out here still acting like little boys. Young man, you don't want to be that grown man that's still out here acting like little boys. Young man, you don't want to be that man that's it's time for you to be in a leadership role and can't nobody trust you or depend on you. I ain't say let nobody use you. But if the circumstances is set for a man to stand up and be a leader in this situation, you should be able to stand up and be the leader in that situation. That's how we rocking that. That's how we leaving this today, man. I came on here to kick it with y'all for a little bit. Like I told you, we got some episodes set up where we going to speak on the sports. And there's so much going on, and I was behind so long that it's kind of hard to catch all the way up. So I'm going to do me 3 shows. 3 shows that's going to catch me all the way up. Y'all just stay tuned. Y'all stay rocking with me. This is Sip This Coffee with your boy ELOOO, and we going to rock out like this here. Put a smile on your face so you can put a smile on somebody else's face, and we can make the world a better place. I got the Grinch on my head, but that don't mean I'm the Grinch for crimming. You know what I'm saying? They're crimming. It ain't what they call it. It's crimming. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to y'all who out here listening and rocking with your boy. Major love, man, and I just pray for peace and prosperity for everybody that's listening and rocking with me, man, because life does it what life does. But you got to be able to stay anchored. You got to be able to stay and steadfast. You got to be able to stay in focus, locked in. Yeah. And that's where we at, man. We focused, locked in, and we rolling. So y'all have y'all a peaceful and great day. Y'all do something to make somebody else have a great day, because most people is just shifting and passing on bad and negative energy. Ain't too many people trying to pass on a, you know what I'm saying, trying to pass on a smile. Ain't too many people out here trying to see another person smile. So you be that person that changed that wave of negativity out here. We don't want that wave of dark clouds coming around us. Major love, salute to all the people out there, man. Hey, 1 finger, 2 finger, boom.